Good morning. I I think I just had almost an epiphany on when my anxiety started. I remember my first anxiety / panic attack. Just dawned on me. 2004. Woo, lifetime ago. Don't judge me, okay? We're all old. Anyways, so I had this was my whole little like getting into the military, right? You know, I was like a little Navy groupie person. In high school, they'd always come out to lunch and I'm like, I'm joining the Navy. Call me when I graduate and I'll join. But when you're fat, they don't call. So I never really wanted to be a statistic. I don't know why. So, you know, like that freshman 20 or freshman 40, whatever it was when you go to college, I was like, that is not going to be me. I am not going to gain 20 or 40 pounds my freshman year. Hell no. So I actually lost 20 pounds the first semester, spent all my money, realized I didn't have any money for second semester, or the second half, second whatever you want to call it, yeah. And I called my recruiter, Dale Lawler, if you're watching, OS1, and said, I want to join the Navy. So, what do I gotta do? And he's like, all right, when's the last time you smoked weed? And I was like, Saturday. So, and it was Monday. And he was like, all right, we'll come in. And let's, get your ASVAB taken, your physical, or get all the stuff that we can get done. And then once you pee clean in the office, then we'll take you up to go do your physical. So maybe this was where my first anxiety attack happened. I'm now remembering. So, I remember I finally peed clean, and then I went and hung out with some friends. I didn't smoke. Swear to God. Hands in the air. I didn't smoke. But they did hotbox the car real good. Okay, so I ended up failing my drug test at MEPS. And I had gotten a job to be a builder. And I was going to leave in like 45 days, which was unheard of at that time because the CBs had like months wait before you could go off to boot camp. Looking back at it now, I don't know why Dale still talked to me because I've gone through the recruiting, and when you were a POSDAT, which means you failed your drug test, your chief recruiter does not like that. And then, well, now you can't even get in if you do that. And then I was in month of trite, which meant I didn't ship to boot camp the month I was supposed to. Which generally, when something like that happens, you're standing in front of the chief recruiter or the master chief in your whites or your blues. So, Lawver, thank you for putting your trust and faith in me. But anyway, so I failed, and I got disqualified. And they said I could come back, I think it was like 30 to 45 days, and try again. But I wasn't going to be a builder, and I wasn't going to boot camp when I was supposed to. So I had to tell my mom that. And my mom used to always say, back when she was all anti-fun, you're never going to get the job you want smoking weed. And I didn't believe her. So I didn't get the job I wanted. And it brought me to a real low place because I thought that I had just missed my opportunity in general. So I had plans to like sit in the car in the garage and just let it run. I don't know why I told my mom that, but she was like, all right, fuck it, let's go. Let's do it together. I was like, all right. And then she called me all kinds of names and told me how selfish I was and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, we didn't do it. We cried a lot. And then I joined later and became a mechanic. So, still a CB. When I was in boot camp. So, I went April, May, June timeframe of 2004. And I remember we were all sitting down and we were watching the news for some reason. And on the news was about a CB battalion that was in the sandbox that had got bombarded or something on their convoy. But anyways, a bunch of them didn't make it. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck did I just get myself into? Like, I promised my mom I was joining the Navy, and the Navy is safe. You know, nobody dies in the Navy. And then on the news is this whole CB battalion, or this, not battalion, but like a platoon or squad or something was killed in Iraq or wherever they were at. And I was like, I could feel it. I was saying to myself, like, I promised my mom I would be safe. And now on the news, the only people dying in the Navy are CBs. So I had to get up. I went into the head, whatever. That was it, over for me. Cried it out, couldn't breathe, all that good stuff, you know. I ended up meeting a CM1 later on in life when we were in Kuwait. He was a reservist. And he was actually in that battalion. That was his people. So it was crazy how we all circled around to each other. But I was like, yeah, people. That's where my anxiety. So I think that's probably where it all started. All in my head, right? Anyways, though, but CBs are the greatest people I've ever met in my life. And every day after I became an NC, I missed the CBs with all my heart. And I always thought that the CBs were unorganized and just a gaggle of... But then I went to aviation and I was like, CB's got their shit together. Aviation's a gaggle of fuck. So, but anyways, that's where my anxiety started. So, if any of you guys have anxiety, I know the struggle is real. Just try to breathe it out. Where's it at? Wake and bake, right? You know you're a professional when you have a weed lighter. Get my poker. So, you know when things get a little cray-cray. And then when it's, you know, and then I gotta dab it all back in there. You really a weed smoker if you don't have one of these fancy little lighters? So that, my dear, I think that's where my anxiety started. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but back in 2004, June, May time frame, I think it was a reserve battalion, too, that did it, that a bunch of bees passed away. But I can't quite remember. Maybe it was 22? I don't fucking know. All I know is it gave me anxiety and a panic attack. And then after that, like being in battalion, so I'm not a runner, even though I run. If that makes sense. Can't breathe when I'm running. Lord help you. If you try to make me sing like the Navy did, I'm out. So I'm always in the back or the very, very front as a pace setter. But then I can't breathe, and so then I fall into the back. And then that's when you got all like the chiefs hounding you to go faster, and you can't breathe, and then boom, anxiety panic attack, and then you feel like you're dying because these little fuckers are yelling at you for not running. I remember there was the CMC, short little fucker. He had short man syndrome, right? And by my non-CB friend, CMC is a construction mechanic chief, not a command master chief. Okay, get it together. Anyways, this little short clown, I was singing like I usually don't do, and we were in Guam, and there was this little cadence that I got from boot camp. There was, you know, like, every time I eat, there's my RDC there. RDC. Why don't you leave me alone so I can moan and groan about how I want to go home? Okay? And then you kind of like moved around the ranks. So I did that. And I started with like the EOC and the CMC and all this stuff. And that little fucker came out and pissed off because I sang that cadence. And he's like, you should get out of the Navy. And I was like, oh, you get out of the Navy. Hell, you already made chief. Make room for the rest of us. He could choke on a bag of dicks. Oh, God, I didn't like that guy. Anyways, so, all right, I love you all. If you guys ever have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Okay? I didn't see you. Try to be good. Take care of these babies. All right. Love you all. Hi, Cassie. Bye, Cassie.